Hello, church. Today's devotional is called Let's Pass a Law. So, a while back, protesters blocked an interstate with their bodies. They blocked regular streets, interstates, everything. So a driver loses it and runs over a protester. That'll show him. That makes sense. So we passed a law. We actually did pass some laws in some places to say, hey, you shouldn't be here. This is stupid. If we run you over, too bad for you. Oddly enough, some people disagreed with this law. Mary's laughing over here. So they passed a law that makes it illegal to run over a protester who is in traffic. So now what? So someone's in a car and there's protesters and they decide not to break the law. So they pull her out of her car, they smash all the windows, wreck the car with bats and whatever, and they beat her to death. Well, let's pass a law that protesters are not allowed to beat people to death just because they disagree with them. So, do you think that worked? Of course not. So, what's the problem? Well, let's look at how the church has solved this problem. God gave Moses the Ten Commandments. He knew when he gave Moses the Ten Commandments that they could not keep them. So why did he do it? He did it to show that no law, no matter who makes the law, will be kept by anyone. They will break any law if they desire to do so. It is our human condition, our human nature. God knew this and wanted to prove it to us, that we cannot keep the most basic of laws, the Ten Commandments, because it's in our nature to sin. Period. In doing this, God is showing us that we are in desperate need of help, because left to our own devices and desires, we will always screw things up. History has proven this over and over again, so don't even try and argue with this. So the Pharisees did not think God's 10 Commandments were adequate. And in order to keep people from breaking them, they made 613 additional laws to try and keep people from breaking God's original 10 Commandments. It didn't work. It will never work. Why? Because breaking a law, any law, is a hard thing. We have to see that this is something we just are incapable of doing. History proves this, and it's so obvious it is beyond refute. Then Jesus showed up, and the Pharisees were licking their chops. They wanted to try and trap him and get him in trouble by asking him, which is the most important law? Well, he responded to that question in Matthew 22:37. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second greatest commandment is, love your neighbor as yourself. Period. Jesus showed us that if we just did those two things, we would never break the law or sin. Because doing what is right is a hard thing. So the 10 Commandments, the 613 man-made Pharisee laws, and the tens of thousands and thousands of laws worldwide don't work. None of them work. Because doing the right thing is apparently impossible for human beings. Jesus is telling us when he gave us these two simple rules that if you love God, really truly love him and what he stands for, and if you love everyone else at least as much as you love yourselves, you will never break a law. But we don't listen. We don't even try. We keep passing more and more and more useless laws. Only love, real love, will stop this. If we truly loved God and truly loved each other, there is no need for laws. That's where we're at. And that's the simple truth. But let's go out there and pass some more laws today. Have a good day, church. I love you.